Hello students, let us discuss the last part of our VT construction syllabus, that is the partitions. Let us first see the definition of the partitions. What are partitions? Partitions are the space dividers. You can imagine a big hall where the partitions are constructed, and what these partitions serve the purpose is of dividing the space. So the partitions are the elements which divide the space. That means the partitions are space dividers. Now, understand it properly that we are not talking about partition walls here. We are talking about only the partitions. What is the difference between partition walls and partitions? See, the partition walls normally, when we say, then we assume that, or we understand that they are constructed out of either brick or AAC block or some kind of a construction material like this, and will be having a thickness of about 100 mm or 115 mm or so. Though they serve the purpose of partitions itself, that means the space division, still they are not called as partitions. Of course, the partition walls also, like as in partitions, do not carry any structural load. They are meant for only the partition, that means dividing the space. So we are talking about only partitions and not the partition walls. Okay. So when we are talking about the partitions, let us also understand the different types of partitions. We will be switching over to material a little later, but let us see the types first. You must have seen the partitions of full height and partitions of partial height. So if you see dimension wise or height wise, there are two different types. One is a full height partition and another is a partial height partition. Now, full height partition will of course extend up to the ceiling bottoms, whatever it is, the false ceiling or maybe the structural ceiling, that is slab, or maybe in some cases the beam bottoms. But the partial height partitions are normally limited up to a height of 1.2 meters because they serve two different purposes. We'll come to that a little later. But the first type of partitions is full height partitions and partial height partitions. The second type is the single skin partitions and double skin partitions. Now, what does this mean? Single skin partition means only the framing material is there and infill material is there. In short, in single skin partitions, the framework is seen, it is not hidden. And in case of double skin partition, the frame is there and the skin is applied from both the sides of the frame. So it is called as double skin, inside and outside. And in that case, the framework is hidden inside that skin, and that is why it is not seen. So what you see is a simple flush partition where the framework is not seen. So you can go for a single skin partition also and double skin partition also. Then the type may be according to the materials also. See, there are various materials which are available in the market to construct the partitions. A very common material being wood. Wooden frame can be there and wooden planks can be there for a panel in case of both single skin or double skin partitions. The second thing can be a combination of teakwood frame and plywood. Third thing can be a combination of a plywood frame and plywood. Then it can be a combination of aluminum frame and plywood paneling, or entirely the aluminum. That means the frame is also of aluminum and the covering material, that is aluminum sheet, is also used, and it is called as then aluminum partition. So the any other material could be in MS, and if you use more than two materials together, it becomes a composite element. So it can be anything. You have a choice and you can design the partitions in any material you want, provided that they are strong enough and they serve the purpose for which it is designed, and for the lifespan also for which it is designed. The material of the partitions can also be gypsum board. There can be particle boards, there can be MD boards. You can imagine anything and construct the partitions, provided, as I told you, it serves the purpose and it is stable and strong enough. Now, why the full height partitions are required and where the partial height partitions are employed? See, now full height partitions are required basically for auditory privacy. You can imagine a cabin of a suppose a lawyer or maybe a chartered accountant, or maybe a doctor also. Now, why that auditory privacy is required is because the client of that particular professional, when he is discussing, or the professional, say a lawyer or a chartered accountant or maybe a doctor, is discussing something about the patient's or that client's personal information, then that should not come out of the cabin. So that partition is required to be of a certain, what, sound insulation, certain degree of sound insulation. So basically the full light partitions are required to maintain the privacy, both visual as well as visual when required, because there can be glass which is employed in case of full light partitions also, and which can be supported with Venetian blinds, and whenever it is required the privacy is achieved. So that can be also done, and auditory privacy is also required. Now, why the partial height partitions are given? The partial height partitions are given for, of course, space division. They provide you workstations, but at the same time, they can, give a certain kind of a visual transparency. So, a person who is observing the people who are working, he can very easily keep a watch on everybody, and that partial light partition also admits the light to come in. So a natural daylight can reach at every corner of a big hall, suppose it is, and the volumetric proportion, if you see, normally a workstation would be having a length and width of say 2.2 meters, 2 meters by 2 meters, and maybe the height of the floor or the room is 3 meters. Okay, so if such kind of a cubicle reaches to the top and becomes a full light partition, you can understand what volume will be there inside that 2 meter by 2 meter room. And then again, ventilation also is required to be then mechanized. So to avoid this and to make a proper design, a volumetric study is also done in this regard, and then to provide proper light and ventilation in its natural mode, that means natural light and ventilation, these partial light partitions are very very useful. Now whenever you are required to make a submission of these partitions in the form of drawing sheet, what you are required to do is, I will be giving you a simple room which is having certain dimension, and you will be dealing with, or you will be drawing one full height partition which is required for a cabin, and few of the workstations which will have these partial height partitions. Of course, that full height cabin will also have a door to enter in, a proper door to enter in, and the details will be provided at fixing details will be provided about these full height partitions also, and partial height partitions also. The details, fixing details at ceiling, fixing details at wall, and fixing details at floors of all the both the types of partitions will be given in the drawing sheet. So I will give you the set of drawings, and the points at which these details are required, and then you will be preparing one drawing sheet out of it, and you will be dealing with both materials like teak wood and aluminum, isn't it? So teak wood partition detail will be drawn, and aluminum partitions detail will be drawn. Is it fine? Thank you so much. And we are coming to the end of syllabus by this lecture, and I'm happy to announce that the syllabus is over now.